Good evening and welcome back, everybody. My name is Lucas. This is Lucas G. Variety, and I'm back with my buds here to play Band of Blades, actual play. Band of Blades, the Immortals. And we are back today, and it is, of course, my thing came up September 16th, Thursday, September 16th, 2021. This is episode 8, Crossroads. As we are at a crossroads, as it's time to move on and move north. We are picking up where we left off in the middle of our campaign action a little bit, but I'll pass it over to the Lore Keeper first to give us our quick little recap, and then we'll kind of come back into the mechanics of what we were doing, and then we'll move on from there. Exciting stuff, I know.
As far as the Legion was concerned, last time the game started, or games last session started with Gyox, Medic Rakash, Scout, Black Standing Storm, and some of the Shattered Lions standing outside of a vault, like a steel vault, as the dead try to dig into their location from above on an old stairway that had collapsed as the tower around it did. And we were at the bottom of said ladder, or stairs, trying to get the door open before they got in. Our side managed to get the banner after much shedding of blood. And when we started to escape, unfortunately, Rakash Kapathia, the company medic, specialist medic, was required to sacrifice himself to give the group time to escape, aka he rolled terribly on that one time and ate him. While they ran, Yox turned around and put black powder on the banner pole and used it to stab a giant half beast, half machine monster that we assume is one of the enemy's lieutenants, and pinned it to the wall as he smirked and just said "Hail," and he ran to join the others. It was quite a bit of running, gnashing of teeth, as barely get away type of scenario. And when they returned for their actions, Nuki and Mackett and Spud were earned the rank of soldier in the Legion for their actions. We had the second mission, which was I have to scroll up for the name of it because it was like 3 or 4 sessions. I didn't even write the name down. I just wrote Scrounge Trade Mission 3 Reward. It gave us an asset, which the soldiers in that mission grabbed a Mercy and 2 supply on their way out of that Scrounge/trade mission. Unfortunately, in their doing, 2 of them fell to enemy blades. So we lost 2 rookies there, making our death very painful 4 deaths for our Legion at this point in the campaign.
That was Western Mountain was the name of that mission. Just put it in there.
So at this point, we started we're still in the mission phase of part 4. The gain lose supply assets was just finished by the quartermaster, and I believe now it is the marshal's turn to choose whether or not we're going to gain and lose morale for the deaths, since we have the banner.
So for number 4 there, you said gain lose supply and assets. So Mike would have recorded.
Yep.
You recorded the supply, right? Secondary mission.
Yep.
And the banner as well, or someone has the banner somewhere.
Yep, I got it right here.
Okay, and then of course you got the Mercy as well, correct? Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, my once in a while little internet connection instability here, so sorry about that. All right, I'll let the Marshal go for the gang lose morale. I think total you would lose 3, if not stop it, right? So Marshal, how much morale are you losing?
We're going to take this legendary artifact we just spent many good lives for, and use half of it right off the bat, and use 2 lives against the Tintari banner, and 1 against our morale, leaving us at 8.
8 morale and 3 uses for your flag.
Good.
That's okay. That'll be good later when you need it.
Still a net win, I suppose.
So we can see how that flies. It'll need a new pole to hang on, or since the original staff is
not as effective without it.
Yeah, needs to be displayed. All right, so earn bonus XP. We don't think we had to do that. Update the roster with any new or deceased troops, and I think that was already done by the Lore Keeper, who is also the commander. Well, they're not the same.
Marshal. Marshal replaces or replenishes his troops.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What
And
do
then
I do?
If you had any like dead spots in your legion, if you have recruits left, you fill them up.
Okay.
I don't know if you do yet.
The quartermaster knows if he has any recruits.
I do not believe we have any spare recruits. You could probably move them around into some other things. But as far as right now, we do not have. We still have the rest of the squads are full, but we do not have any spares.
Okay, so yeah, then everything's on his sheets the same.
All right. So we're still in Plainsworth here. So we're moving past that. Go up to, I guess that's pretty much the campaign phase, right?
Correct.
Because there's end game points which I have to calculate, or I will eventually. Lord Keeper, I guess, does, but we'll work on that together. And we go to the camp phase, which is back at Camp Scene. I think this is your turn, right, Lord Keeper?
What is our current morale after everything?
8.
8. We can still considered high morale. All right. Pick the appropriate soldiers hold a remembrance for the fallen. So as the camera comes back to the camp, out from all the command level decisions going on in the big tent and all the hubbub and people crying and gnashing of teeth because of people dead. Instead, they're now holding a little remembrance ceremony as their bodies are burned. So that way, of course, they don't turn into undead somehow later. That's kind of the worst idea ever if you brought back a dead body and just let it turn into a monster. So there's several soldiers. Let me see. I'm going to peek at Marshall's sheet real quick to get a name.
So the rookies were brought.
You're looking for the 2 that died?
No. Let's see.
I was going to say, did you bring back the bodies of the 2 rookies? I'm assuming so. Because just to be fair, Rakash, the medic, was not brought back. He was
unrecoverable.
Yes, okay. But the 2 rookies will say you got back. No problem.
Okay.
So,
happened off screen, so.
Yep. So, someone, can you please play the Ghost Owls, Cavalier Arani, and the Marshal? So I guess the Marshal can't play that person, as they talk about who they lost. Basically, that's the scene, is those 2 talking about what happened.
So you have the Marshal and...
Kivani Aranya.
Which I believe was the Ghost Owls, right, that went out?
Yeah, I think it's the Ghost Owls.
For the secondary mission?
Yeah.
I
didn't have that written down.
That's the Marshal that would know. I have it too. I have to find... yes, Officer Joster and Ghost Owls. And I have to move people to the graveyard, so who's the dead guys here?
The dead guys, I just have their name written down, was Riina Chiara Garosi
Okay.
and Kiresh Pankaya. Pankaya. There we go. One of those letters is in there.
Kirish Penkeya. Okay, so I'm going to move them down to the graveyard with Rakash. So you, Lord Keeper, get to decide who plays who. And that includes I'm in the pool too, even though you don't have to use me.
Yeah, I'd like you to go ahead, because you don't get to talk much right now in this system. So
Who?
You.
Me?
You.
Oh, gosh.
So now you're that recruit that didn't die.
Okay, and I'm with the Marshal who's Dom?
Yep. You're both having a memorial / remembrance for the fallen.
Okay,
So
just the 2 of us.
I'll set the stage for you.
Okay.
Someone from another group that knew them has asked the Marshal for what happened, to know what happened. I grew up with this guy. What happened to him? He was a solid dude.
One of the ones that died?
Mm-hmm. Nebulously.
Well, I'd be deferring to the Marshal. I wouldn't say anything if the Marshal was talking.
Did we ever go into the details of that side mission where they did die? No.
Not really. This is kind of that situation where that would come up.
It was a supply mission. I remember that.
Supply/trade.
There was you and another mercenary company, which let's see, the spider. There's a merc company known as the Burden of the Spider, spiders for short, had a surplus, and they were trying to offload it before hiking east. And another merc company called the Hollowsmiths wanted it, and so did we. And I think it came down to a gunfight for it. I think.
That's what we said, I think.
Good.
So, it's us two who are having some quiet time or morning or talking about it, and there's this another person from another squad, or someone else, maybe just a civvy. I don't know, asking about it. Okay.
Yeah. God, it's been forever since I've done this voice. He died a warrior's death. As many of us will. On the path we walk. It's a shame. With everything going on. Man turning against man. When we have so cleared an enemy. There's not time to make sense about it. Say your words. We've got time on the road to think about it.
I think Kavaya. Is that a man? Woman?
Vaya sounds like a girl.
I mean,
Yeah.
we haven't actually filled them out at all, so
Yeah.
who are they, Lucas?
Oh, is that my job?
You can.
No,
you can
I
just
think it's.
pick
I
their
think I'm the
traits.
one who made them.
Yeah.
Like, named them.
I'll go with her for now if that's all right with you.
Sure.
You can fill it out after that. She's just like, she's sad. She just has tears streaking, like her face is ashen, not the color of her skin, but from the burning ceremony. And she stood right in the smoke. Maybe that's weird, or maybe it's strange. Maybe she thought she could inhale some of them in some weird ritualistic thing, or thought that she ought to. And so her face is pretty soot covered, except for the runnels going down her cheeks from the tears that she shed, and her eyes are red and bloodshot from both crying and the drying of the smoke. And she's listening to the marshal talk to this other person about it. And she's just like, it should have been me. My gun jammed. And Kidrish stepped in front of me to protect me while I reloaded. And that's when he took a bullet. It should have been me. It's just...
If it should have been you, it would have been. He has given you a gift. A tremendous gift. And his final gift. All you have to do now is to make sure it's put to good use.
I will do my best. I just don't know if it'll be good enough. And she has like a little pouch, and the fire's like smoldering maybe at this point, and she scoops up a handful of this ash, and she puts it in the pouch and ties it off. She doesn't ask permission. She just does it, and then tucks it away, and kind of like holds on to it like it's a keepsake. Maybe it's sacred. I don't know if it'll be enough, but I'll be damned if I'm not a Legionnaire and I won't do my best.
And I'll kind of solemnly nod along.
Amongst the crowd of people that are watching, they all kind of put their hands across their heart, the bald fist thing, like they're all just not going to say anything to ruin the moment, but they're just nodding and doing it. And I mean, if you guys are good, that's it. That's all it needs. It fills that bubble.
I think it is, and I feel like her personality just came to life a little bit. So now it would be sad when I murder her later. All right, Marshall,
Yeah, you won't.
you got to fill it out and make it cool. So
Yep.
You don't have to fill it out all the way. Just
yeah, I know,
definitely something about what you said would be good.
but now I like her that though. But yeah, she should be I think she was close with Kirish, obviously. Maybe they fought alongside each other a lot, and that's why they were like, even though they're part of a squad, they were especially close. The whole back to back gun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now she has to find a new person, but
Love it.
alrighty.
All right. So that was the back at camp scene. We then move on to my turn again, basically. The commander's time passes. We add +1 time and +1 pressure.
Did we do that last time, or do we do that now?
We do that now.
All right. So spring is going to have 3.
There's 4 left.
Well, I have 4 left right now.
I just updated it.
No, my map. I had on the map already had 5 slices filled up, or is that where it's supposed to be now?
It's where it's supposed to be.
Okay, so maybe I did it early.
You did it early.
Okay. So then there's supposed to be 1 pressure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I can make sure at least I do that correctly. There we go. All right, so spring is beyond halfway. Yep, we're getting closing in. It's actually moved pretty well. You could have been really screwed by time so far. Time has been on your side, ish. All right. Time and pressure have been allocated. Quartermaster. Note -1 food. If you have no food, instruct the marshal to reduce morale by 2. I believe you have food.
And yep, -1 food. We are down to 4 food stores left.
Okay, so time is passing now. This is before you make the hike. I guess it's back to the Lore Keeper again for the Tale of the Legion, and this is due to having enough deaths. Correct, eh?
It is correct.
Does this happen like near or the funeral, before or after, like during that time?
I think it literally the moment the embers stop burning, she steps up to the pile. Her, as the picture shows, she's got an old owl sits on her shoulder and it flies above the Legion, making a lot of noise to get everybody's attention. And the Legion's founding. And she'll open her book. It's a massive. She flips enough pages to fill the book up 3 times, but it just keeps. In honor of the fallen who gained us this banner of our original Legion's colors in one of their original bastions. The first commander in 427 with the name of. I didn't think of the name. Paul Khan. I'm just going to use one of my own names. First commander Paul Khan. And 427 years ago, the emperor gave him the authority to commission that banner, as is prescribed by Lord Keeper at the time, Prakash. That commander was well regarded, for he personally led every battle the Legion had for 27 years as one of his shoulders. Every mission that man was on, it was believed he must have had a body double, because he literally was on every mission his people took. During that time, the reason he ended up dying was he created the Legion with the Emperor's blessing, but they had an opposite number in a foreign power. And that foreign power created their own version of the Legion. And over time, the two fought, not even over anything other than they were fighting. It became lost with the reason the fight started. And that commander lost his life killing the commander of the other Legion, breaking it. Only one that returned from that was his medic, with over 200 soldiers. And those soldiers were the enemies, bowing before our emperor to be asked to join the Legion. So I tell you all, This is her talking as a girl. I can't talk as a voice. Tell you all now, every death has purpose. Every life has meaning. Honor them by getting the word back to their families if they have any left, or honor them most by making sure that no more of their friends' names join them in my book, where they will be remembered forever. But memory isn't enough. Glory to the Legion. Glory to each of you. And she bows her head and the book slaps closed. The effect of this is the soldiers learn a lesson. All specialists may place 1 XP in any category. So as right now it's not a mission. Marshall, you can choose wherever you want specialists to have 1 XP. The Legion seeks glory of yesteryear. Your next set of missions will include a special mission.
Oh, that's another thing you get?
Yep.
Oh.
And the histories raise morale. The Legion gains +2 morale.
Really? You get all of that from that story?
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible.
That's the power of having 4 dead, but I can't do that story and that effect again. I can mix match, but they didn't put bubbles on both sides, so I'm just going to play it straight.
So you get +2 morale, taking you back to full. Everybody is like, this is great. You will have a special mission when you get into the long road.
Yep.
And every specialist that's left, you got 5 of them, gets 1 XP. And the
They can
Marshall's
spend anywhere.
Marshall's taking them all off for us.
I'm assuming. I mean, he's in control of the characters when we're not in the mission, so.
True that.
But I'm
Okay.
assuming.
I'm just gonna put 1 in everybody's like special ability.
Cool.
Take it.
That's from me.
Excellent.
My specialist I loved is gone.
I'm sorry, Rakash.
He died a cool death.
Yeah, it was. Anyway, yep. Man, when did we?
And
Oh,
that's my first tale of the Legion.
alrighty. That was good. It took a while to get to it, and here we are with it, with the bonuses. Please remember to help me remember that we have that special mission. We'll still roll to see if you have another special mission that comes. We'll roll to see what types of missions pop up, but that one's definitely, boom, number 3. At least. So, all right. So that was time passes. Now it's part 3, campaign actions. Spend a campaign actions based on current morale. At your option, you may spend a point of supply for an additional action. This is where the quartermaster steps in, and/or the spy master to help.
Yeah. So, who wants to take the first campaign action?
Well, you're the one that does them, right?
Oh yeah, true. Duh. Yeah.
But you can talk to everybody about it.
True, I could talk to everyone about it.
So you turn around at one point, and there's this shorter young blonde woman standing in that's just kind of slipped in the flaps of your tent. The one that you have extra guards posted out all the time.
Yeah, and so now Alexander Morrison just kind of looks down from his 6'3" full plate armor kind of look. He's like, we don't serve children here.
Oh, that's how you treat me. My name is Celeste Phoenixovich. Because I'm your new spy master.
Wow, we are that desperate. Okay,
I take offense there. And she fingers the dagger around her neck. She's in Semiyati with the whole blood dagger thing. I think if I got the cultures right. I'm still learning the cultures. And she's like, I don't know if your commander knows this, but Vex went AWOL. He said something about helping ex-commander and Shreya get him to the east. So I plucked me out to the field and put me here for now.
Say her name again for me, please.
Celeste. Celest. And I'll double check my last name with you later, but
Fine, I just need a first name.
she's short of stature. She looks spunky. She looks, I don't want to say scrawny, but she's lithe, Mm-hmm. She just looks like she can just sneak around. And one of my... Oh,
Sorry.
no, go ahead.
Oh, I'll say stepping in from behind Haruka would be Yax pushing in and he'd be like, "Hail, haha,
Always glad to have new administration around here.
I'll like put out a big meaty paw to like shake.
I say, even the underlings respect authority. Not those on equal footing, I guess. And she'll shake his hand with a very small hand, it seems like, compared to him.
Look, it's not that you don't have skill, probably. It's just that we've just met, and no offense, you do look like a small child who should be, probably beginning school sometime around this year. I need to see, and he points back to, the massed pile of supplies. When you show results something like this, then we'll talk.
I just crept past 4 of your guards out there. Talk about skill. Well, to even be noticed. You didn't even hear me till you turned around and I let you be seen. Or let you be seeing me.
Yes, which is why I'm going to have to go beat those 4 soldiers with the chain of command. It's the chain I beat them with until they understand things.
Oh, if they have to, but this is me job. I don't get caught for a reason. Now, I came here to see if you need any help with anything. I have work to be about.
Oh, we got 6 bandits that we recently recruited, but I need to drill them into actual recruits.
Ooh.
Get them out of that mentality of save themselves over everything else. That's about it.
I'm not intimidated that way, but I do know someone around these parts that can help you with a little extra discipline if you'd be wanting it.
That would be great. We could use someone to just force some extra discipline around here.
All right. And she turns to leave. She goes, if this works, be thinking better of me. But you insult me again with any childlike phrases, I might turn you into a eunuch. Just be prepared to know this. No amount of supplies will be replacing that little dinghy, let me be assure you. And she slips out of the tent. She has blonde hair, like a little ponytail just bobbing behind her. And she just...
Yax would finally, I think, wrap this scene up with just like I'd sleep with one eye open if I were you.
And Alexander's just going to look over to the side. I think I sleep with this level of guards around our supplies.
And Yax will just like wave and leave.
I like how Yax is even in the supply tent anyway. Like, well, what did you get in there? Your guard.
He was returning his stuff.
If there's someone new, he's got to hail him, right?
Oh, absolutely.
That's his job.
A hail is what I live for.
Just tore a hole through the back of the tent.
It's weird hearing my characters I've used in the past come from someone else. But I also like it at the same time. It's like, oh yeah, excellent. Okay. Celeste is one of my older personalities as well, so I wanted to bring her in. Anyway, so when you are choosing to do your long term as one of your actions there, Quartermaster, you can get an extra die for acquire long-term project help. Spy bribes or threatens as needed. Add 1 die to long-term project roll. So I don't know if you want to do that now.
I'm going to roll that here in 1 second.
And so your project was, we have 6 bandits that you got to join the Legion, but they need to be trained before they can even become rookies to fight for you. And this is the long-term project that is happening now. Am I correct?
And I'm just checking to see who has the highest discipline out of the people, since that seems like the most applicable skill. And it looks like it's Joster.
Joster for what's he doing? Is he...
He's going for, since it's just choose a specialist to lead this.
Oh. Ah, excellent. I see what you're doing. Yeah, Joster would probably be, he's an officer. Joster is the officer.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there with a gunshot too, right?
Yeah. He's fine.
He's
yeah.
So this old gnarled dude comes out of nowhere to help with this. What's that?
I was just gonna say, Alexander Morrison just walks around the corner over to Joster's, Joster in the medical tent grabs him by the ankle and starts dragging him out. All right, come with me. You're training the new guys.
Yeah, no, I'm noticing my gunshots. What do you mean I'm trading?
You'll just have to yell at them until they listen. I've already hired someone to be scary enough for you.
My lung is punctured. I can't yell.
Ah,
You don't need two lungs to yell.
Ugh, you've got me there. Fine.
And I'll
How raw are these recruits?
6 bandits out of the mountains. You may remember them.
Mountain people are strong, not as strong as steppe people.
Actually, I think they're the same 6 ones that gave you that gunshot.
no, different. It was from the going up to get Yak's mission.
Oh yeah, they're the ones that you ran into to go get Yaks, if you remember.
I don't remember if
Joster was not on that mission.
Oh, Joster wasn't? I could have sworn. No, you were playing a recruit at that point.
Mm.
I think. Yeah,
Joster was on.
Was also an old man
mission.
though.
He was on the sled mission.
Yes.
The rail cart to hell.
Yeah.
Dom was playing the old Panyar, blue biting
yeah.
cone.
But-
As lovable as Spud, let me tell you what. But there's this old gnarled guy who is showing up kind of as you're arguing here. He's like, I'll do the yelling for ya. And, oh, yep, he's Mickey from Rocky. That's where I just went with that. I'll do the yelling. You do the whipping. I will knock these bandits into shape.
And Joster will instead of grabbing a whip, he'll just like grab his spear and turn it around so it's just like the wooden end.
All right, Mike.
This'll do.
All right.
No
So
need to
I get
no need to wound him too badly. I might get the wrong idea here. So yeah, whatever the roll is that you're using, add an extra die. Let's see how many segments you fill up here.
Yep. Standard with 1 bonus die.
Yep.
With the assist from the Spy Master.
All right, 5,
Partial success is 2.
2 ticks. I don't know what happens when you boost those
Yep,
type of rolls.
So
If you're looking at boosting.
if I upgrade the result, so if I put 1 supply in, it would get 3, and then if I put 2 supply in, it would count as critical 5.
For 5, yeah.
Which would still leave us empty, so I'm just going to kind of leave it there to, leave it at 3 at that point.
So leave it at 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good training session. Maybe, I think maybe the effect was good. They start to see things. They didn't maybe get trained as hardcore as they could. Maybe because there's an old man and a gunshot officer. Maybe the combination didn't work as well. Maybe it was enough for this time. But also people are itching to move the camp. There's just been a lot going on. The bandits have been learning a lot about the life of the Legion. What happens when people die? What happens when people get promoted? All the different stuff going on. So they've had a lot to take in. So the training is just part of all of the lifestyle, right? So good. That is 1 campaign action. What would you like to do for your next?
Yep, you got 2 free ones.
Yep, so for the next one, I'm going to acquire assets, and we're going to go for food. Just because we're down to 4, I want to make sure we got plenty.
Perfect. We're asset rank 2 in our area.
So that's rolling. Does that mean rolling 2 dice when you make the roll, right?
I don't remember. I just remember I wrote down we were asset 2 here.
Actually, in special rules in this area was part of the Aldermark breadbasket. Acquiring food or horses assets at Plainsworth is at +2 die. So I think you're rolling 4 dice here. We should look at assets rating just to make sure that's what that means. But I think that means you roll with 2 dice. And Dan always finds the ruling before I do. I actually look through the real book in my hand.
All right, so you roll.
Actually, you can click the in there, but let me find the official rules.
So you roll the location's asset rating, and then the asset rating in dice, so whatever it is, and then I think I also get that +2 for food.
Yes, that's my understanding.
Okay, so what's the asset rating for your 2?
It is 2.
So then I get another 2 because of the food.
Yes, because there's food and horses are readily available here.
Right,
And
so that's going to give us 4 dice.
Dan will correct me if we're wrong. We'll re-roll, I guess, if he's. I should.
It's okay.
So just go ahead and roll 4 dice for now. And got a 6, baby.
I only got 6, so it's gonna go food stores.
Is that 3 food then? Or what's it?
Does it count as roll the location asset rating? The result indicates quality of the asset. Fine. Neighbor siege weapons or chemicals are fine quality.
So that's the asset rating is 2, so it's fine.
Yeah, so it comes out as fine, which I don't know how many that actually is for food. Since one
You
food store
acquire resources. A poor roll may indicate one or fewer uses than you might expect, while a fine or exceptional result indicates more than maximum uses. Basically, you were rolling a d6 to see which version of the results die.
Okay.
It's like a results die, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 5, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So did we do it right by rolling 4 dice?
Well, he got +1 die because he was being assisted for the area.
No, +2 die for special rules. That was it.
Because he's got on his sheet, there's an acquire assets button.
Yeah, I just clicked it. It's just.
And you added 2, and then that's what you're supposed to do. Because the default is apparently 2. So you had a +2 to it. Yeah.
Alright, so since you said fine gives more than maximum amount.
Let's see here.
Yeah, I'm looking at the quartermaster trait 2 here.
Yes, on page 137.
That's just where I got to. Roll the assets, location's assets rating, which was 2, determine the quality of the asset, and you get to add 2 on there. So 4 to 5, 6 is fine. So 6 fine is good.
The GM has final say on interpreting the role, but they should use the location description and rules as guidelines. Labor, siege weapons, and alchemical concoctions are fine quality and availability may be subject to location.
All right, so I would say, this is what I'm going to say. So fine, normally. So a 6 is normally 3 ticks. I'm going to say since it's fine, it's over and beyond, you're going to actually get 4. So you're going to get 4 food.
Alright. I'll mark it down as 4 food.
Thank you for the patience as you got through that. So yeah, so you did a fine quality, and food is not, it's not like you're trying to get a siege weapon or anything. So I feel good in saying you did a little above and beyond. Scraping it, you've stayed here longer, and you've helped a lot of people in the area, and so people have been very generous and be like, "Oh, you sure that's all you got? No, I was holding out on you. Here's the extra basket of bread. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
Here's some more black shot." So boom. Second campaign action, you acquired 4 food. You got some training done. Mikey is spending supply to have an extra action.
I think I might because the last couple missions I noticed that some of us got pretty high up on stress. If I remember correctly.
That would be the Marshal's call. Marshall, do we need a rest and recovery for healing ticks or stress?
Healing, I think is more important than de-stressing. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Let me confirm that.
R&R
It's
would
like
be
off the top of my head.
R&R would be the healing, and Liberty would be the party and de-stressing, right?
They would get R&Rs. They get the healing tick per character gets 1 healing tick if they have wounds. Liberty, it's reduced stress by 6 and you're increased morale by 4.
Yeah, it just
it's boosted. Sorry.
Clear all stress and increase morale by 4. So I'm gonna keep Liberty on the back burner for probably next time because I feel like we're gonna need it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we'll do. I think we'll just do. Do you think we need a boosted recovery to give everyone 2 healing ticks?
I think boosted recovery would be good.
So that'll put us down to 3 supply though, which it should be fine. That will still have us.
And that's taking the full leave everything.
Yeah, that's taking everything.
I think we could hold off. I think we'll make it to Long Road.
Okay, I was gonna say because I have 5 supply right now, which I can take all of that with us.
Yeah.
So in that case, because is anyone really horribly wounded? I know
Joster's pretty messed up.
Joster's got the gunshot wound. I don't think any of the recruits are too wounded.
So Joster will need 2 healing ticks, right? But you also have a mercy that's not wounded right now.
Which will give an extra healing tick anyway.
So you could do, if you spent 1 supply for an R&R, 1 healing tick to him and anybody else, and then you could use the mercy on him to get the second that he needs.
Lauren Laster, Vermilion Growing Spud, Storm, excuse me, Vermilion Growing Storm. Both of them have level 2 harm, and then Vlad Resputovich and Princeps Presley Portmonth has 1 harm. And other than that, Bell Blake has 2.
Groups of rookies. I think we'll just do the normal restaurant recuperation now. We
Yeah.
can do the bigger one later.
And everyone heals 1.
Yep, everyone gets one tick on their thing. And I'll say we'll throw the mercy onto Joster.
So that's your
So that way he'll have 2. Yep, Claudia Lucretia.
Is Lucilla still wounded from last time?
Yeah, I still have her marked from the last time.
All right, because I think that's coming up. We update the status of any alchemist laborers and mercies actually next after campaign action. So you probably click Claudia and unclick Lucilla, right? So you'll end up being that rotation unless you.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'll just do that now. So Claudia is now wounded.
One thing nice to remember too is every character that has wounds gets that tick when he does RR. So
everybody gets
one guy with just 1 wound. He gets 1 tick in it, and if that fills up 1 room, he's good.
Yeah, Joster will be getting the attention of Claudia Lucretia, our second mercy, to give him 2 things, which should just fully heal him.
Yep, because like Adorna has chemical burn, but it's 1 tick. So as soon as you tick that off, her chemical burn's gone.
Yep.
Excellent.
And that'll be, and I think that's my last campaign action.
2 specialists just got fully healed. That's pretty big, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because 2 of them were.
Big deal.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Kind of a big deal around here. All right, so you're going to stop with your 3rd campaign action, right? And then you updated Alchemist Laborers Mercies.
Yep.
Do you have any laborers?
Yep. We have 1 laborer unit.
Because I think they get to add 1 tick to any long-term project talk. Of course, I'm not sure if laborers help with training bandits, but you can double check on what laborers do, but I believe they add. I think they give you a free tick on any long-term action you're taking. Because if so.
Yeah, if so, then I'm going to put them down for that.
Okay. And maybe the laborers were busy, getting practice weapons and making sure everything was there, and keeping food and water there for everybody while they're training, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, laborers are catch-all category for blacksmiths, engineers, carpenters that travel with the Legion. Each laborer puts 1 tick on any appropriate long-term project clock during your campaign, regardless of whether you work on it as an action in the campaign phase. They also increase your score at the end of the game. Laborers must be able to work on the projects they tick, so they can't add ticks to alchemical projects or clocks they don't have the resources. So training these guys would be a resource they'd be able to do, I would say. I mean, they could just literally be how not to kill civilians.
Yeah, maintaining. Here's how to help maintain your weapons. Stuff like that.
Exactly.
I feel like you can make it work. So I'll allow it.
So that gives us 4 things left. So really, we just need another 6 and turn with the laborers, and those 6 bandits are 6 new rookies.
Yep. It's good. It's moving along.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
And I think we're just about there.
And
Oh, spy. It's time for the spy master, right? Man, my connection's sucking tonight.
yeah, U.S. spies.
I think we're going to expand network. So Antoinette would have been sent to help you find the guy who helped train. Because that just happens. And then Crimson Vexingale, who can't be wounded.
We'll take the one that could win him.
Yep, we'll take the one that he can be wounded at. And that's expand network. And he gets to roll 2 dice. Bonus die is 0, right? But I think he rolls 2 dice, so...
Yeah, he's a master. He rolls 2.
And he rolls a 6, which is 3 ticks, which means the expand the network clock goes to 7 out of 8.
Nice.
So next time when we fill that at the end of the next turn, I'm going to be able to pick from a bunch of juicy little things to make the spy network a little bit better. So good job. And that's Celeste stepping in with Vex to make sure that happens. And that was a bunch of fun little tidbits there. And then we go down to part number 4, which is the Legion advances, optional if they choose to advance.
We do.
All right, so I'm going to move your cool thing.
Amanda Valentina Melisavalshla. I don't know why I made his name so long. I can't even say it right. Commander Valentina Melissa Lavishna
Yeah, that one.
has decided the Legion will move towards the long road. Instead of going through Sunstrider Camp trying to cross the inevitable lake or forest, they prefer to go through the mountains that he is accustomed to.
Oh,
Feels the undead will not have an advantage of speed, just like they won't in the mountains.
all right, so I will... Oh, of course I did the wrong color. I'll fix it later. So you guys are moving to the long road, right?
Yes.
All right. The old Empire Road has long been neglected, with blight and decay pushing in from the west. The road is exposed and winding, but is lined by ancient Empire warding pillars along its path. These pillars are filled with ancient protections that seem to be proof against the undead, stopping the blight from spreading where their line holds. But they are too few, and many are broken down and destroyed by simple age and lack of upkeep. The glory days of the Empire, long gone. The roads fall into disuse with the lack of maintenance over the centuries, and Aldemark has not provided upkeep. Nature in the area is taking over, leading to sections where the road disappears and has to be found again. Needless to say, traveling too far from the protective pillars is fraught these days. Weather on the plains is fickle. Sudden rainstorms and hail coming down from the mountains before the sun has ever set force travelers to seek shelter early and start their journeys even earlier. Occasional villages crop up now again, with meandering paths leading off the main road, but they're never in sight of the road itself. These small enclaves are the home of distrustful communities, religious sects, or long isolated clusters of farmsteads. All hold their own autonomy above all else. So, the long road has the asset rating of 0. Mission types are assault and recon only. So, no supply, and no the other fourth one I can't think of right now.
Religious.
Religious.
Thank you.
Without a special, you can't get supply or religious on this one.
Yep, except for there are special missions. It's weird. The special missions are the things that we don't see here, but that's okay. That's how it helps you get those things that you don't usually get, right? So, paths.
What's the plan?
Mm-hmm. So from here, you're only going to be able to go north to the Barrack Mines. You could attempt to turn east towards Helgen. We have to. Okay, so that would be hard. Yep. So scenes, long stretches of uneasy quiet, flat open grasses for miles, swaying in the wind and growing out through ancient cobblestones. The hum of warding stones only felt in your bones. The roar of the Vanguard, the roar of Vanguard, large-scaled and furred plains predators. Distant but carrying over the plains. Smashed and burned carriages of travelers who didn't make it. Wandering undead still around from the Cinder King's push into Aldermark 3 years ago. Stormy weather that swells suddenly, drenching the plains in rain. So these are the scenes that we have as things get a little bit weirder. The wildlife driven mad from ravenous by encroaching blight. There's sudden vicious storms, Wildlife is going crazy. Exposed terrain starts on fire. Temperatures increase and decrease rapidly. It's difficulty finding the road at times. And people and animals are touched by blight and often distrustful. Yeah. And there's special rules too, but we won't get to that yet. So that, I hope, set the scene a little bit as you are along the long road. There's not much to do here. It just keeps continuing north towards the barrack mines. But eventually you have to buckle down and make camp. So there you are. And I think, does that mean we roll for missions now?
No.
Oh.
The quartermaster has the option to spin horses to reduce pressure, and then I roll pressure to see how much time it took to get where we are now.
We only have one pressure, right?
Yeah.
So probably not worth it.
I would not suggest it this time.
Yeah, so no. You don't get horses.
All right, so I'll roll pressure. Bonus die. 6.
Ooh.
3.
So 3 time ticks?
Yep.
Oh, so pressure goes back to 0.
Pressure goes back to 0. We're now at the one last tick left of spring.
So we're...
That's like the one time we don't want to roll high, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one roll that doesn't want to roll.
So regardless, after this next mission, spring will move into summer. So it makes sense. It takes you guys a while to hike north. And the thing is, Blighter's troops are still to the west. Actually, not sure where she is, but she's rumored to be to the west. But you know, they're moving east. You can feel that heat as on the map. You know, with the fire is a symbol here, encroaching. Right, and you've just been traveling north for a couple weeks now, and it's still just going north. And you finally have to make a camp and stop just to get some things done. And now I think we've...
Yes, now we're finished and back to the mission phase, which we started started this session on, but at the bottom of that part.
So let me turn to my cool page of missions, because Commander, obviously, so if the mission type is rolled that's not there, I think we move up to the next mission is what it says.
Yep, I had to choose mission focus, and I will choose recon.
So that the
I don't want to get us stuck in, but I do want to find us the fastest way out of here first.
Gotcha.
We need to get to the mountains before summer breaks. Because the longer we take to get to the mountains, the longer we're stuck there in case we get there still there in autumn, and then it's a problem.
Mm-hmm. So your mission focus is gonna be recon. All right, we're gonna start rolling a bunch of dice here, randomly. But I will. Let's see. So the first thing is to get the mission count. Right. One is guaranteed to be a specialist or a special mission.
Yep.
Let's see if I remember how to do this in 1d6. So I'm gonna make the first roll. Commander, Lord Keeper, you can take notes. I'm just gonna do it all in roll 20 so people can watch. Let's go ahead and push it back over here so we can see it. So this is tell us how many missions that we're gonna have. Number 3. 3 missions, and 1 gets to be +1 specialist. That's excellent. So you can have 3 missions or 3 specialists on a mission, just like the last one we played out. If so, all right. Next is to choose the first mission type. So we have 3 missions. 1 is going to be a special. So the first one, we're just going to roll randomly. All right. Is assault.
All right, assault.
Yep. Should we do the type, rewards, and penalties right along with it? Mark it all down.
Up to you. I'm writing what you say.
All right, I'm going to do it right there. So the type of assault mission is going to be powerful undead. Ooh. Maybe we get a chance to get some revenge. So, powerful undead, contesting at least 1 infamous, possibly a lieutenant in later session, and trying to derail their plans. Nice. The reward for this is going to be +4 morale, which might be useful. You know, considering that it could be some more death. And the penalty is going to be +1 pressure, which makes sense because, yeah, that could be.
Big undead.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the next one.
Next mission is going to be, type is going to be 6. GM's choice.
Ooh, I love it. I love it.
You know?
So I hate the fact that they give you GM's choices on one where it's literally you got 2 options. Like, why couldn't you give me a GM's choice on 4 options and I could really screw with them? It's like I can choose from assault or recon.
Mhm.
We haven't done an assault mission yet.
Technically, I could choose, and I could choose a special, but I'm not gonna, because you're already gonna get one anyway. And I think that has to be random, or I pick it, one of the two.
It's up to you on that one.
Okay.
I believe you. I believe you picked it random before because you didn't know the difference. So it doesn't really matter. Either way, it's fun.
All right, so I'm gonna do recon so that you have the choice in there. So it's the commander's reference.
Recon, comma.
All right, so the type of recon it's going to be is going to be exfiltration.
Exfiltration?
Yeah, getting somebody out.
Sense?
Rescuing a person from behind enemy lines, usually to recover some information. This information might be exactly like, how do we cut our time around? How do we get to the barrack mines specifically?
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
The reward here is going to be asset plus 1 intel.
Asset plus 1.
Asset and plus 1 intel. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Penalty is going to be 2 deaths.
Yes. Oof.
That's steep.
Yep, that makes it not so good. All right, and the third one?
Third one is going to be the special mission. I shall roll randomly. 2 are supply missions and 1 is a religious mission. Of course, the ones that are not here. So 1 and 2 is 1, 3 and 4 is 2, and 5 and 6 is 3, right, for the list. So I'm just going to roll it. 3. That means it is the second mission type. It's going to be a supply mission. Actually, I might not like that.
You don't like it?
Well,
It's you're the. I'm not reading it, so
I haven't actually read it yet. I'm looking at the favor. So I'm going to take it back. And I'm going to do one of the other 2, which will be either a supply or a religious. So 1 to 3 is the supply, the other supply, and 5. Okay, so it's the religious. But I want to do it because I want to give a chance to you guys have your favor in there. So it's a religious mission with a favor of mercy and wild. Mercy falls under Shreya's favor. And I'll be like, well, if they don't get the favor, they don't get the favor. Well, I chose to let them have the favor if they do it.
All right, and that's the so that's a special one. So that's got a preset thing, doesn't it?
Yep. We'll come up with the names of the missions later. Technically, the marshal can do this, but if not, then I definitely go to the little random page and roll it up. But
I'll come up with names if you want me to.
heck yeah. And you can use the ones in the book, or you can come up with,
Yeah.
other ones.
What are the 3 mission types again? There was
Assault, recon, and special religious.
I'm gonna come up with details of these between our sessions, and we can talk a little bit about it now. But I don't have details yet, but we can kind of come up with it. But that might help out. But you have the bare bones, right? It's enough to kind of probably make your decision, at least mechanically.
What would really help me make my decision naming them would be like the boons and banes with each mission, failure versus
Oh yeah, we can put it in Discord.
What's the rewards and penalties for that special?
All right. So, would you like to hear the description first, or just go straight to that? Okay, I'll read you the description because you asked so nicely. The Vanguard. So this is the wild creatures that roam, these big predators. The Vanguard of Aldermark are famous for their massive strength and powerful jaws that can snap a man in half. When they feel the touch of age, they seek the Brune graveyard. Fleeing the blight, several nest in this boneyard. Left to their own devices, they will be killed and reanimated by the undead. They must be captured, hidden away, or slain, with any fresh corpses burned.
And the reward?
The reward is +3 morale. If the Legion has an alchemist and obtains Vanguard bones, the quartermaster gains rage venom. I don't think you have an alchemist, though.
Unfortunately.
Unless you get that as your asset, maybe. The mission penalties are none.
feel like that mission sounds, to my mind, a great secondary one.
And let's not forget that the favor is mercy and wild. So basically, you will have favor of Shreya. So what that is, remember, she has a little 4 clock going on. Only one of which is filled right now. And when that fills up, every favor is 1 point. When that fills up, she gets a new special ability. Just to throw that in there for you guys to consider. So we can probably copy paste all that in Discord so you can look at it. I can
have it in the little keeper notes. So.
Yeah, I'll go down and I can copy paste it over if you want me to. Wow, we're going way down to the bottom.
Because the assault was powerful undead lieutenant, +4 morale reward, +1 pressure for penalty. The recon was exfiltration, aka rescue a person. The reward was an asset of +1, or an asset and +1 intel. And penalty was 2 deaths. Special religious favor of mercy. Reward +3 morale. Penalty 0 stuff. Nothing.
I put them in Discord chat. And that's when you guys...
That's... Yeah.
Take our time that we have left to decide what you want to do.
Well, let's go down the sheet here.
So you got yourself an assault.
Intel.
So I guess you don't have the intel to know what kind of... Uh-oh.
Sorry. I just got such a great idea.
Oh no.
We're listening. Or can we not know yet?
So,
Okay.
would you... You're fine with us adding flavor if it makes it harder for us, right?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm fine with just flavor, but I mean, if you want to make it a challenge...
The exfiltration rescue a person, the 2 deaths, I think there's somebody who's in possession of someone related to Mackett and Nucket.
Oh.
And if this person spills the beans on whatever, then that's probably it for Mackett and Nucket.
Well, if as in they're not rescued, they're going to die on the mission, or they spill the beans and something bad comes out about these guys.
I think it could be taken either way.
Okay, all right.
I'm open to ideas, like, moving forward, but I just think, like, putting those 2 at risk, like, those are 2 people we've actually played, and it gave you 2 deaths. I thought it lined up really well.
Well, you as the marshal get to choose, right?
Yeah. Oh, remember that Mackett and Nucket are also soldiers now.
Yeah, exactly. So,
They've
like I
got
said,
2
like,
heals.
it makes it harder for us.
It definitely does. You're not going to replace them ever.
But
I mean, anyway.
that ain't my decision. That's will be what you guys can do. I just got to decide who you're going to be assaulting if you go with it.
So we're going to stop here, or we're going to continue on the mission phase stuff?
Oh, I see. Let's see. Choose the mission. Okay, we do that. Generate missions for the Legion. Present the missions available to the Legion. And let's see. The Spy Master cannot help you here, right? Because these already used as actions.
Yep.
We spend intel to replace the mission of the GM's choice. Primary mission, second. Well, I mean, this is kind of the area we're in, right? We can either do this in character as you guys gather and talk, and just kind of decide. And that's pretty much will be it for our night, I think. Anyway. So I don't have time to jump us into a mission.
But I also have the option of replacing one of the 2 missions that you didn't give us from the special list with a normal mission.
Oh, by spending intel?
I can spend intel to do that.
If you would like to, absolutely.
I would like to do that. I'd like to replace the assault.
The assault mission goes away. Okay, so we're not going to lose. No, that's the recon exfiltration. So the assault of powerful undead. That information comes in, and then Celeste is sent there. Have you learned about Spy Master Vex being gone and Celeste replacing him?
Considering she's been around my camp, I don't have to know about it. I just see her, and eventually someone's going to tell me what the hell that is.
I think maybe she is kind of just in the commander's tent at some point. He's like, Commander. Stepping in, Spy Master Celeste Phoenixovich, at your service. I don't know if you know, but Vex went AWOL, quite on purpose. It puts me in charge for now.
He is a strange one, but proceed.
All right, well, the information that you had sent in about the powerful undead, that information turned out to be a little red herring. I think meant to draw us away, possibly, but there is no, as far as we know, none of Blighter's troops are in the area. I'm sure we'll see some, but instead I got something else that is real for you.
Go ahead.
And she slaps it down on the table. So, so we did the religious mission before, right?
Correct.
So I will roll randomly. I'm not going to necessarily pick the one I had before. I'm just going to roll between the two and keep it as much random as possible, if that's okay with you guys. That's not what I wanted. 1, 2, one or the other. Hey, look at the supply mission. Okay, so replace the assault mission with the one actually that I was going to give you. So it all works out in the end. Mission type supply. Favor is mystic. That's not going to matter here because that is not your mercy. Or that is not your chosen. Alright, so here's the little blurb on it. Then I'll tell you the plus and the minus here, okay? Oh, crap. Excellent, okay. The long road once forked east, but most of the warding stones on that path failed. Each chosen don't understand old Empire tech fully. Or even chosen don't understand old Empire tech fully. When damaged, the stones exert strange behavior, lightning storms and driving wild creatures mad. Your chosen wants to unearth a warding stone and bring it to camp to fashion a ward for the Legion. They will try to contain the stone's damage until you make it to camp. Oh, so this requires Shreya to go on the mission with you.
Yep.
So,
is she available?
She is technically not available. Or wasn't, but I guess she can be.
It's up to you.
Requires chosen and supply carts.
We have supply cards.
Rewards are -1 time, so you get time back. Pressure does not increase. All Legionnaires may clear 2 corruption. Mission penalties are none. That's pretty awesome.
I don't even know if we have too much corruption.
We
There's
have Nugget. No, there was 2 guys with corruption on that mission with the recruited Gyaks on. I don't know if they're still alive though.
I think Adorna got it too. And maybe Blue Biden and Cohen might have got it too.
It's down.
You know, I'm not sure. I'm trying to think. I don't know if your chosen's here. We kind of wrote her that she's out east. You know?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking, because that's up to you. I mean,
if this is really important to her, she would show up, right?
fortune roll it. Even
It
odds.
seems to me,
Let
at
fate
least,
decide it.
it seems like people are kind of like working beyond. I mean, we're not being told everything. That's obvious. You know, our commander just left. It wouldn't be, I think, out of the blue for her to just suddenly show back up.
Nope, not at all.
That's true.
Especially with like you with me, we're going to go do this thing, and everyone's like, I didn't know she was even here.
All right, Commander. Odds, she shows up. Evens, she is not here, and we do the other one. Right?
Okay. That's good.
So, what I say even was? She did not show up. What I just say? What did I just say?
It was odds, yes. Evens, no.
Okay.
I'm probably backwards, but let's just go with that.
All right. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I
Go
like
back
both
to
of
the
those.
assault mission.
No,
it's
just
the other
there's
supply.
there's 3 specials. So that one, if you stay there longer, that would be the other one available. So let's do the other supply, the 3rd and final special mission. Sorry to make you listen to all
We
that.
go get to see them all.
I know we're not supposed to either. So forget that one was ever said. But if you get another special mission or want it, that will be the one. All right. So mission type: supply, favor, mercy, and knowledge. So this one also has mercy. So you have 2 chances to get mercy for Shreya, which would be awesome. The Legion has spotted smoke. An alchemist caravan bearing rare earths and text turned east and was assaulted by undead. A few apprentices hid in the wreck. The great alchemist, Aether Magnus, is missing. Having lured the leader of the undead away, find him, treat his wounds, escort him back. And keep the hunters on his trail from claiming his life. Requires a medic and a scout. Oh.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know about that.
I didn't either when you spent the intel. I actually don't know what to do. I feel like we just broke the game a little bit here. Oh, that's some good rewards, too. You know what? You might have to find a way to replace your medic if you want to do this mission. Or you might have to fail it automatically. There are no mission penalties, Commander.
How do we just replace?
Oh, you broke up for me.
How do we just?
Still didn't hear it. I'm sorry. My internet.
You're breaking up.
How do we replace a medic? Is
We
there
gotta-
Somebody.
Yeah, we gotta level someone up.
A soldier has to get a certain amount of levels so they can go to the next level.
I would say I'm gonna have to require something else in its place. Like sending the mercy with you. The one mercy that's in good shape. I'm gonna say, if you want to do this mission, it's gonna have to be the mercy that replaces the medic, which means you're taking a non-legion or a non-soldier with you, which might hurt your engagement roll. But that's also the quartermaster stepping in there. The rewards here are 1 morale, 1 supply, and an alchemist.
Oh.
The penalties are none.
And the penalties are none.
It's
There's
penalty-
2 missions with penalty none. I like those odds.
Yeah, so do we want to bite this one, guys, and send the mercy in?
I'm good with it. Marshall?
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Yeah, no, so we'll just have to count on those crits. We're gonna get all crits in it.
So that's my bad
That's-
for spoiling all the extra
That's
surprises.
the Marshall's special power. He rolls all 6s. He sets them.
Yeah.
Or at least that's my strategy.
Yep. so
Oh,
we'll
no,
have to
no,
send-
no backtrack now.
Yep. No,
I wrote a check. Your mouth has to catch the cash.
But yeah, Lucilla, Regulus will have to go out and deal with this.
So I think we got it. A supply. So we have the Magnus Gamble, the supply, a special supply reward, +1 morale, +1 supply, and an alchemist. The recon mission known as a Brother's Dilemma. Like, nice one, Dom. Exfiltration, rescue a person, reward an asset, +1 intel, penalty of 2 deaths. And then the special religious mission, the night the sky turned red. Really, couldn't think of better myself. Special religious favor of mercy, reward 3 morale and penalty. Oh yeah, don't forget to put mercy on that first one there. Let's do that.
Penalty. I'm gonna put down in the penalty section needs a mercy and scout.
Yep. So there, we rigged up with the game a little bit.
We tweaked what we had to tweak because situations didn't fit the world around us. You want to stop here, or
It's
I
probably
mean, pretty much right now it's time for us to talk about which missions we want primary and secondary. And since we don't have names for them, it's up to you if we keep going or.
you do have names for them.
Yeah, I named them already.
That's what I was.
Okay, cool.
So so you guys, I think it would be good if you could decide your primary and secondary for me, so that when I write it up, I have the details of. I don't have to do all 3 when I just know, like, hey, I focus primary here, all the junk, secondary a little bit, and I just ignore the third one. So I think that'd be good. Then your crews or who's going on them, whatnot. So I think this would be a good time to have our last little role playing session where all the members are sitting in the command tent, going, "What are we gonna do?" And
So yeah, the commander's got his cape thrown over, back over his back instead of over his arm. And he's sliding the camp icon around. He's like, I propose we send out a squad to find to find this supposed alchemist gentleman, and also go out and find this other person that may get us out of the long road into the mountains quicker. And he leans back, he looks around.
Well,
And
Okay.
yeah, no, you can go.
okay. Alexander's just gonna kind of leaning back in his chair, tossing a small ball that he has up and down the air. If we're going after that Magnus one, we'll probably need someone to take care of his wounds. But our last medic just went up in flames, so the only way I see around that is, unfortunately, sending one of our mercies out, which I'm not entirely too thrilled about, seeing how our group can barely bring back what supplies they go out with.
Yes, indeed. Make sure the Mercy is willing to go on this errand, whichever one is willing.
Oh, there's only one that can actually do anything right now. The other one just helped Joster fix his punctured lung.
I see. Well, either way, make sure they're okay with it. Lord knows we don't want to piss off the people that fix us.
Indeed.
Marshall?
You're forgetting about one major thing, gentlemen. We've got the lives on the line. You've heard the rumors, but the brothers, you know the ones of whom I speak, the ones from the Shattered Lions, the Darty brothers. Rumors are spreading, and if we don't stop the lips spreading them, then surely they'll find out sooner or later. I say we go find the man saying these things, or at least cut off the ears he's speaking them into. They're
Commander,
good soldiers. You've seen
Commander
them fight.
tilts his head at you. Are you speaking of one of these 3 missions I've laid out for us, or are you speaking about rounding up a camp rumor monger?
Of course, I'm speaking about one of the missions laid out for us.
How does...
Reconnaissance.
Okay, so you say yes to reconnaissance?
Yes.
He's confused. You can tell he's confused by where you went with this statement you were making.
Yeah.
But these two guys, what do they matter with what he asked you? I know why you're saying it, but he doesn't. He's like, why does that even enter into this?
Have you not heard the rumors?
No, I'm in my tent all the time, making sure we don't starve to death.
Well, until you hear them, you best believe me that this is a matter most dire. If we don't take care of this, mack it and nuck it, they're done for. There's nothing left. We've got to save our own. Like I said, they're good soldiers.
And the basis of the rumors is?
Well, it's sensitive information, shall I say.
Well,
it's of good conscience.
Share them with the commander, please.
Look, you tell me and I'll give you an extra half ration of beer.
Sensitively. If you have to whisper, I can lean over the table.
Are we just teachers sitting in a teacher's lounge gossiping about their students? Have some dignity.
No,
come on. I'm supposed to call you commander, and you don't trust. Well, the rumors.
I heard a rumor that we have an army of the undead following us along as we go on travels. That's a rumor I heard. I trust it.
Well, sometimes life gets in the way of your plans, Commander.
So these 2 men are spies of the undead?
No, that is not how.
Okay, so that's the worst thing that could be happening. On the other side, they are spies from... I'm going to keep going until I find something that could be damaging to our cause.
You say it's life and death, and that if we don't do this, they're going to die, right? then maybe you should tell the command staff, the ones here who are needing all of the intel for these kind of things.
Well, you'll see. These two brothers, they have... I need to look at these guys. I should have been researching them. They're
They've got what?
they're Bartons. I don't even remember what Barton means.
One of them is warm and pious,
Mm-hmm.
Are they sick?
and the other one was pious and stoic.
They both carry around just reliquaries.
Yeah, they're very religious dudes.
But what, like
I believe these were the ones that got some corruption, wasn't it?
Look, here is how it is. They're devout, shall we say, to the sect nearby. Shall we say they're radical? They want to take the fight to the undead, and if they blow the horn, they will be sure to pick up arms. Like I said, what do you need to make sure that that doesn't happen?
Got it. They've joined some weird suicide cult.
Well, no. Yeah, yes, but have some humanity, man.
Look,
I have some. I have a few hundred of us. So you are voting yes for the recon mission?
Well, why are you making me say it so explicitly? Yes, of course.
Yes, you're voting for recon. Okay, so that's one. How
I'm-
about the
I'm down
supply
for
mission to attempt to find this rumored alchemist? I would prefer that one to be the main focus out of character primary.
I think that would be a good idea. We don't have an alchemist of our own, and well, I remember very little about
Actually,
alchemists.
Let me reverse that. I'm going to say primary for the recon so that we can make sure it doesn't get completely batched up.
Yeah.
Because that's the one that has penalties. The other one does not.
Yeah.
Out of character.
Yeah, so in that case, I do think we should go after that. After that supply, just because if we get an alchemist, if supposedly that it's true that there's an alchemist out there that we can grab, an alchemist could give us some very nice things, but at the same time, I want to be very careful about it.
Do you agree with that as being our primary and secondary missions, Marshall? They're your men.
The special supply for the primary and the special religious for the secondary. Is that what you're saying?
No, I was playing primary recon because that's the only one that has penalties on it.
Okay.
So that way we could try to make sure we don't have those penalties happen.
Okay.
And secondary, we're going to throw a lot at it, obviously, but it has no penalty if we fail. Like the mercies and scouts don't have an automatic death sentence on there.
So the secondary would be getting the alchemist.
Mm-hmm.
Primary is the brother's dilemma to get the exfiltration.
Yep.
And
That's what I'm proposing.
I
I prefer we actively try to not have a penalty versus a 1 to 6 chance that it's a penalty. Actually, if I remember right on the rolls, it's literally like 4 out of 5 or 4 out of 6 on the die gets you a penalty. It's ridiculous.
So the supply mission sounds like more fun to me.
Yeah.
definitely go with
I just
what's
don't
fun.
like that one. Now, I'm willing to swap the 2.
Yeah, that's what I
wanna
would
do that?
suggest.
Okay.
Is a flip flop. Just
I
because I don't know.
definitely,
Alchemist, that sounds like a lot of fun.
I really don't want the penalty to deaths be an automatic thing.
Yeah, that's the big worry I see too. Since we did just lose.
We can negate it.
I'm the one who rolls. So
Yeah.
we don't have
How
to
you
anything to roll about, anything to worry about. I'm gonna roll.
Okay, so you're going to keep that as secondary then? Sound good?
If
Yeah, I don't think.
you know, I want to make this like a group thing. I don't want to overrule everybody else.
Nah, I'm fine with
Oh,
that.
we can totally tank the 2 deaths because of the flag anyway. But
Yeah.
we get a reward asset and intel, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
The special religious one, the other one, the only real bonus to us is a favor. But if we do the special reward and pass it, we also get a favor. So one way or another, we're getting a favor.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm willing to let that one go, because its penalty is nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with flip flopping it back to Alchemist being the first one.
Alchemist, primary, secondary, recon. Okay, cool.
Yeah. That's what I like.
Wait, so now the Magnus Gamble, the Alchemist Hunt, is the primary?
That's it.
Primary, rewrite, I'm just making my notes here. And then, so the Brother's Dilemma is the secondary. And you're going to auto-fail the Vanguard hunt for the big creatures?
Yep.
Okay, ooh, I was liking the idea of hunting
But
big,
the funny
like,
thing is
saber-tooth.
if this secondary mission wasn't so juicy, it'd be nice to do the primary mission and then hopefully pass the secondary mission, because they're sympathetic missions. But at the same time, the intel and assets are too hard. That's basically a possible another mercy. So it's like, you can't just let that one slide. In my mind.
Asset rating 0, so it might not be. Well, we'll see what happens. I always figure out how I decide. I think I just decide the asset. I don't know. I have to look that up again. Too long. Okay. So also, and maybe you should decide this now too. You got one of the missions. You are allowed to have an extra specialist go on, so you can go above your minimum of 2, your max of 2. I mean. So, keep that in mind.
Yep.
I don't know if that's something you want in the primary. I'm assuming you don't have to do it, but you can.
That one would be up to the marshal. Which I've got it written down here. We have 3 missions. One has +1 specialist on
And
it.
we have to send the scout.
Yeah, the scout and a mercy goes in the primary, no matter what.
And that's only 1 specialist so far. But you got
So the mercy doesn't count as specialist.
It's a non-combatant.
nope.
Okay, cool.
Which also might affect your engagement roll because you're bringing a non-combatant with you. But you're in control of this mission, so to speak.
For sure. I mean, mercy, a scout, and I think probably a heavy. Yax is good. He just had a level 1 harm, so I think that healed over.
Yep.
The course.
Because there's only 1 tick in level 1, so he lost that.
And how much is any stress relieved?
Mm,
Was any stress relieved?
Mm-mm.
no.
No. Okay, he's at 4
good.
stress, which isn't good.
Yeah, but I think
You have
I think we can survive it for now.
you have 2 heavies though. Don't forget. You have Beleg.
We also have Joster, who's completely clean right now.
Who having an officer that can keep the stress down because he's commanding all the roles and the rookies.
Yeah, exactly.
Joster's probably better because Belig, even though he is a heavy, does have a level 2 horn still.
Wait, was he cleared out at all? Did someone do him?
He has 1 tick on his level 2 harm. now.
Okay, I was just making sure.
And Adorna's clean, but we need to put something on the. Was the recon?
Recon's probably going to require the sniper then if you take him.
Yeah, the recon needs scout or sniper as well. Recommended
So-
scout sniper horses.
So you're probably going to have to send the sniper on the secondary. Which means that leaves you with the officer, the scout,
Banged up heavy.
and a banged up heavy if you want to. Or you send a banged up heavy on the secondary, but that might be putting him at risk for more harm.
Yeah.
Ooh. You don't have to use the extra specialist. I mean, there's only 3 of you, so
I would say let's. We have to just. I would say we just skip the extra specialist thing.
I'll let
Yeah.
I'll let the marshal decide.
But that's
Well,
the
Yeah,
Marshal's
we
fault.
can hang on to that. Joster's OP.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
pretty good.
I think I kind of played him right. He's
Yeah,
gonna
he's been
be
doing good.
hard to beat. I'm comfortable sending him in the scout.
On the primary.
Yeah, and if things go bad, I don't know how. I mean, our sniper would help, right? Black Standing Storm.
Yeah, she would.
She's got one trauma already, though, doesn't she?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
She's got one trauma obsessed, which
So
she's
this-
obsessed with making sure no one else gets left behind.
Which I mean, is a pretty healthy obsession, if you ask me.
It's a pretty healthy obsession, but she's doing it in an unhealthy way, obviously.
So Black Standing Storm is the scout, and Adorna is your sniper.
Yeah, and no medic, huh? So
So you got
let's just leave it with the two of us. I think Joster and Adorna got it covered.
oh, no,
I am more than happy to play a rookie.
Adorna
Just
is
trying to be a soldier.
Adorna is your sniper. You need a scout.
Oh, excuse me. Black Standing Storm.
Yep.
Yay! I mean, you can play Black Standing Storm if you want to, Sound. I'm fine with playing rookies.
Nope. That's your character. I got my created character killed. I'm a little gun shy. I have lost no rookies that I've controlled.
So the last thing you have to decide, and you don't have to decide yet if you want to wait till next time, will be which group goes with which. Now the Ghost Owls they're hurting right now, so they only got 3 people. Silver Stags only have 4. You might have to regroup. Shattered Lions are full. Star Vipers are full. Ember Wolves are full, have not been used yet. Green Ravens are full, not been used yet, I don't think. I think you've used 4 of your 6 groups, and 2 are understaffed.
Yeah, so I vote, even though it's the Marshal's final say. I want to see the Ember Wolves go out.
Yeah, I'm down to get a new group going out.
You know, blooded.
You know, we could actually, if we really wanted to, we could send both new groups out, let the other ones rest. Either that or send the Ember Wolves out and, like, the Shattered Lions, because I think the Shattered Lions are pretty clean right now.
You know, the Shattered Lions are the ones that have Knack It, Nuck It. It'd be
Yeah.
weird if they're going on this Alchemist, the Expulsion. Or, no, wait, whatever the one is.
We're keeping them distracted.
Yeah, they could come with the main group because then I could play my Nugget again.
One last time, just in case that secondary mission rolls. Because, wait, is the secondary... Yeah, because the Brother's Dilemma, man. Oh, man, if you roll a 3 or less... Goodbye, Mack It, Nuck It, right? Is that who it is?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess you wrote it into the story.
Yeah, and they're both soldiers.
Yeah, most of the
Playing
stuff
with
says
some fire
rookies
here.
too, so they're a little harder to kill.
Oh my goodness. I hope that it's successful. We'll find out next time.
As
Oh,
long as Spud survives, the dream lives on.
that's true. He's also a soldier. All right.
Yeah, he's kind of badass now. He takes a lot of stress, I think, right?
He's
Yeah,
not just
a lot of
potato.
stress.
It's
He's not-
tough.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, he does. All right, Mike. I guess you'll have a rookie to play next time if that's how it goes.
Woo!
Or no, I'm sorry. Dan will.
No,
You know,
you already said that. You can play the rookie.
Well,
No,
whatever.
And
Actually, Marshall assigns them, so it's really up to the
Yeah.
Marshal.
Yeah,
yeah,
that'd be for next time. Then.
I'll have to think on it.
All right. Well, I think that's probably where we'll close. That means I get to the detail of the primary, a little detail in the secondary, and I can let the third one go. We can just be
So-
like, of
So
course.
what I'll do is I'll put on my notes. We ended at mission prep, part 5. Marshall assigning specialists for each mission.
Excuse me.
That way, when we start, we'll know to start there.
Basically,
As if we just finish that,
you assign the crews, do the engagement rolls, and off we go. Right?
because it's assigned to squads. Then players take up the characters they're assigned, reset armor, special skills, etc., and spin their loads and whatnot as they wish. For the secondary utility stuff, then the mission creation, initial roll will start.
Yeah. Quartermaster will spend stuff to boost if it's possible. Spend intel. Oh, that's right. To ask questions about the mission. If you want.
Well, now the questions for the mission is actually part 2 of that, and I don't have any intel anyway.
You have 0 intel.
Not at this point. I decided to spend it instead of asking questions.
Well,
I
you
should have asked questions.
Well,
first.
even with 0 intel,
You do get a question.
You get a question. So
we'll worry about that next time.
Yep.
I'll put down, and Commander needs to still ask his questions.
You're 0 or more until. Yep. And that'll help you as you decide. So there we go. And I'll have my time to do my prep in between. And maybe we're looking for a new person out there to join us in the cast. So if you're watching tonight, you're like, I want to be in this. Yeah, come to Discord. Hail us, find out. Be a part. Otherwise, I might spread the word around.
Let's speed up a little bit if we're not doing all three people are doing 5 commander roles.
It's true. But anyways, I'm Lucas.
Spread that love.
This is Lucas Givrides, and we'll start down with our marshal to give us a little shoutro, and then we'll circle around and come back.
Hey guys, what's up? My name's Dominic. I run some games actually here on Lucas's channel. Most specifically, I run Chasing Adventure, where I'm currently locked into a campaign called The Song of the Bone Kings. And we just kicked up our next arc, and I think it's really building up to be something special. We're exploring a wizard's tower. I accidentally let it slip that his name was the Mad Mage. Oops. My characters are very much looking forward to it, and if you want some like kind of fast-paced action, check us out. We play on Sundays, but not actually for half a month. We take the next 2 weeks off because just life stuff popping up. But what are you gonna do? I'll pass it over to Haruka.
I am Haruka Junko. I also GM things on this channel. I GM the Robotech game, which is nearing its final arcs. And as such, we're going to see some drama, death, and more of me trying to beat Archie over the head until he breaks. But besides that, I sometimes stream over twitch.tv/Haruka And besides that, though, that's kind of it. That's my whole spiel. Pass it down to Soundwave. Where can we find you, Soundwave?
I'm Soundwave's Ghost. I GM also on this channel on the alternate Tuesday from his GMing on this channel with Alien RPG, brought to us by the folks at Free Publishing. I'm currently trying to finish the Story of the Worlds campaign. We're on Act 3, which is the big thing when everything's truly going wrong, despite the fact everything's gone wrong constantly in this particular cinematic and slow and very explosive times. It's been fun as far as me watching the folks flail around. I also play in this game and on the Robotech with Haruka Junko. As currently serving on that one as captain of the ship, who's about to get his ship either blown up, stolen, or shared out with some giant alien chicks. So we'll see how that works out. He may even not laugh at the transmission regarding Archibald being alive. I just think it's just a fucking funny joke. Sorry, I dropped a bad word. Anyway, as usual, Lucas, thanks for letting me play on your channel. Thanks for inviting me to play this. I've been wanting to play that forever, and regardless of even if we miss a session or two, I still freaking love this system. It's so the regiment about it sometimes a little boring, but the outcomes we get from that regiment is just so silly at times. It's like the names and the character interactions are great, even when we're completely confused. Like I set you guys up to a task that was beyond dumb, and you guys just made it actually way cooler than I could have by myself. So thank you for rolling with my little story back at camp thing, because I pulled that one out of my butt because I forgot about that part of the lore master thing. But otherwise, thanks for letting me play. Thanks for all those who watched. If Lucas forgets, I'll go ahead and say it. We do have a Discord we're on. If you want to come on the cast, you can go there and try to holler at us. You just can come say hello, and I promise when you show up, one of us will send you a silly meme on that same channel you say hello to say welcome to the channel. That's the one guarantee we have. We always say hello to the new folks. So either way, that's it for me. See you guys next time. Back to Luke.
I was just making some notes. Okay, hi.
But back to I'm not the leader.
That's me, according to the Zoom, because I don't want to be the leader in the new Robotech game. I'm sick of being the leader. Thank you. All donations and tips and everything go back to the channel. I appreciate you guys give me your money because that's how I get rich. Anyways, no. Oh, Lucas, you said that so wrong. Buy some cheer bits to help these guys out or to hurt them in the future. Yeah, so next week, Tuesday, back to Alien RPG, and then D&D next Thursday. These are ever-switching games, but Song of the Bone Kings is pretty much on Sundays, straight up, with nothing else getting in its way. And I think I had something else I was going to say, but I definitely forgot what it is. But I've enjoyed having you guys here as players. Thank you very much. Thank you for the audience members who were here. We had a few people in the audience tonight. Thank you for coming along with us. And so we'll be back in 2 weeks for the Band of Blades, the Immortals actual play. So you can check out the Discord, join us in the chat. If you are interested in watching a certain game, come to Discord, let me know. If you're interested in playing in a certain game or a game we have upcoming, hey, come to the Discord, let me know. If you're like, hey, I want to be a GM and run a game online, but I don't have to make my own platform, I just want to use yours because you did all the work already, come on my Discord, let me know. That's what Dom's doing. I'm not involved in his game at all. I'm just in the background working. I let him go do his thing. He brings the car back with a full tank of gas and everything's good. So that's something you can do too. I just like to get more traffic going on. So that's about it for me. My name is Lucas, Lucas G. Variety. And until next time, we will see you guys later. So good night. God bless and good gaming. Have a good rest of your evening, y'all. Oh, wait. Dude, I was supposed to have the transition ready. I didn't do it. Okay, here we go. Curtain down. Haha. See ya.